Yeah, the reason why we watch that women's basketball is not just because of one person, it's because of me too. And I want y'all to realize that now the other recognizable name on the roster, Angel Reese, who's got to be absolutely terrified it is not going to be a good Christmas for the villainous Angel. The WNBA erupts as Angel Reese, the queen of sideline antics, unveils her ruthless plan to take down Iowa superstar Caitlin Clark. She's boldly declared herself ready to dethrone Clark, acting like trash talk alone can bridge the massive gap in their talent levels. There is no one like Caitlin Clark in the history of the WNBA. There has never been anyone like Caitlin Clark in WNBA history. Jared Schwartz just dropped an article revealing Angel Reese's deep thoughts on their longtime rivalry, claiming people don't truly understand the legacy behind it. Angel Reese was older. I would have gotten on her about what she just said because I would have been like, how naive can you be if you think Reese's claims are more Bach than bite? You're not alone. Stick around because the stark contrast between these two players isn't just entertaining, it's revealing. Man, come on, that's the most we've ever lost in our life. I only lost 7 games in my last 2 years at LSU. So it's been hard for me, but adjusting and just kind of have that mindset. Just moving on. There's been something I've tried to give myself a little bit of grace. Angel Reese. Let's talk about her for a second. She's got charisma for days, confidence that could light up a dark room, and a talent for staying in the spotlight, whether it's flashy moves on the court or calling out rivals in public. She keeps everyone talking. And who better to target than Caitlin Clark, the human highlight reel who redefined dominance in women's basketball? Reese knows exactly what she's doing, picking a fight with the queen guarantees attention. Joe Reese is a wonderful player, but she does not compare to what and who Caitlin Clark is when she's on the basketball floor. But let's pump the brakes. Caitlin Clark isn't just a good player, she's a player. Her rookie season stats read like something out of a basketball fairy tale: 19.2 points per game, 8.4 assists, and a highlight reel that leaves even seasoned pros in awe. Clark doesn't just play basketball, she turns it into an art form. Meanwhile, Reese's precision-engineered passes and video game-level footwork impress. But with 13.6 points per game, she's not quite a future legend yet. Player for sure, but I don't take disrespect lightly, and she disrespected Alexis and my girls South Carolina. They still my SEC girls too. I'm not going to disrespect them either. So I wanted to pick her pocket, but I had a moment into the game, and that was just I was in my bag. I was in my moment. Yeah, of course, Reese isn't about to let stats hold her back. She's training with David Alexander, the same guy who's worked with LeBron James. That's like taking piano lessons from Beethoven. But here's the thing, fancy workouts don't guarantee results. Reese needs to master the fundamentals, the bread and butter of basketball that Clark has already perfected. And then there's the elephant in the room. Reese's focus. Critics argue she's more invested in Instagram likes and brand deals than sharpening her jump shot. Angel Reese spoke to the media. He didn't speak to the media after the game against Caitlin Clark. In contrast, Clark thrives under pressure, delivering in big games and high-stakes moments. Meanwhile, Reese's most talked about moment, a taunt during the NCAA championship that sparked more debates than applause. Sure, it got people talking, but while Clark was setting records, Reese was busy playing the villain in a one-sided drama. But let's not write Reese off just yet. She's got fire, and if there's one thing sports fans love, it's an underdog with a chip on her shoulder. Reese isn't here to play nice. She's here to prove she can compete with the best, whether it's doubling down on training or tuning out the critics. She's clearly motivated. The real question is, can she back up her big talk? Yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person, it's because of me too. And I want y'all to realize that the public is eating up this rivalry like the hottest reality show on TV. Team Reese versus Team Clark, the ultimate showdown. Reese's fans love her unfiltered personality and underdog energy, while Clark supporters admire her professionalism and undeniable skill. It's raw emotion versus polished precision, and it's making the WNBA more exciting than it's been in years. But here's the real story. This isn't just about Reese and Clark, it's about what they represent for women's basketball. Clark's dominance and Reese's fiery ambition are drawing new fans, breaking barriers, and proving that women's sports can generate just as much buzz as their male counterparts. Clark's last WNBA playoff game had over 2.6 million viewers, but now ratings have dipped below 1 million. The upcoming season will be a spectacle, with their first matchup being must-watch TV. Every play will be dissected, every shot analyzed, every reaction turned into a meme. For Reese, it's a chance to prove she's more than just bold words. For Clark, it's about maintaining her status as the undisputed queen. The verdict: Reese has the drive, but she's got a mountain to climb. Clark, on the other hand, just needs to keep doing what she does best: dominate with style and consistency. Either way, the WNBA wins this rivalry is more than just Basketball, it's a cultural moment, a symbol of the league's growth, and a showcase of the incredible talent women's sports have to offer. Forbes recognized Clark for leading the Indiana Fever to their first playoff appearance in 8 years, breaking the WNBA single-season assist record, and earning Rookie of the Year honors. She also led All-Star voting with over 700,000 ballots, and has been credited with increasing league viewership and attendance. Meanwhile, Reese's big move training with elite coach David Alexander, who's worked with LeBron James because apparently being around greatness is supposed to make her great. Sure, Reese. Because that's how it works. Meanwhile, Clark doesn't need gimmicks. She's out there putting up numbers that make seasoned pros look like amateurs. Reese can hire all the trainers she wants, but she's still got a long way to go before she even sniffs Clark's level. Now, jealous WNBA players will have the chance to prove their worth. Players like Reese will finally be tested to see if they can carry the league's star power. And then there's Danica Patrick's blunt commentary, which only fueled the fire. The NASCAR star didn't hold back, calling out Reese's obsession with Clark as jealousy that's doing more harm than good. Clark, on the other hand, was praised for her grace under pressure and focus despite the noise. It's easy to see why Caitlin is so beloved. She's not just a player, she's a leader. During the 2023 season, she carried Iowa on her back, leading them to the NCAA finals. The weight of expectations didn't faze her. It fueled her court vision, ability to anticipate plays, and unshakable confidence made her the player everyone wanted to watch, even when Iowa lost in the finals. She was the talk of the tournament. She didn't just compete, she inspired. And what about Reese? She knows a ring is coming, but off the court she's making more headlines for drama than basketball, complaining about WNBA salaries, stirring social media controversy, and curating her image. While cashing in on her Reebok deal, she's built a reputation for being loud. Meanwhile, Clark is focused on what actually matters, winning. Reese calls herself a disruptor, but the only thing she's disrupting is her own credibility. Reese's game has its moments of brilliance, sure, but it's a flickering candle next to Clark's roaring bonfire. Clark isn't just scoring, she's orchestrating. She's the Steph Curry of women's basketball, sinking threes from impossible angles and threading passes like she's playing chess. While everyone else is stuck on checkers, Reese, she's still working on her jump shot. Fast forward to their rookie seasons, and the gap is glaring. Clark came in like a hurricane, averaging 19.2 points and leading all rookies and assists with 8.4 per game. Reese, a respectable 13.6 points. But let's not pretend the difference isn't obvious. Clark didn't just show up. She set the league on fire. Reese is still figuring out how to hold the match. Clark's untouchable status isn't just about stats, it's her mentality. She thrives under pressure, delivering jaw-dropping performances game after game. Reese, on the other hand, has a habit of folding when it counts. Sure, she's got heart, but heart alone doesn't win games, and it definitely doesn't dethrone a legend. Remember Reese's most infamous moment, the taunt during the NCAA championship. Oh, we all remember the "you can't see me" gesture aimed at Clark while Reese was busy mugging for the cameras. Clark was busy making history. That moment wasn't the power move Reese thought it was. It was embarrassing for her, iconic for Clark. Reese wanted the spotlight, but all she did was expose her own insecurities. The WNBA's upcoming season promises fireworks, mostly because Reese loves stirring the pot. Fans are divided. Team Reese rallies behind her underdog energy, while Team Clark knows greatness when they see it. But let's be real, this isn't a rivalry, it's a spectacle. Clark is miles ahead and Reese is scrambling to catch up. At the end of the day, Reese's biggest challenge isn't Caitlin Clark, it's herself. She needs to stop chasing headlines and start chasing excellence. Until then, Clark will keep making history while Reese keeps making noise. And let's be honest, we all know which one will be remembered. Thanks for watching, and subscribe my channel.